Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to the eastern wing of the Stink Bug Works. One of my viewers asked me yesterday, what speed control is it? And I don't know if he's talking about this one or this one. So I'll briefly go over this one, and this one I'll talk about a little more in depth. This is just something I found in my box of ESCs. It's from HTRC, and it is the Hornet 50 amp. You can probably find that on eBay, and I'll bet, knowing me, I'll bet it's pretty cheap. So that's that speed control. If you were asking about this speed control, let's go back in its history just a bit. Hello. This is the Seeking 70 amp Pro. It doesn't say Pro on here, but it is the Pro, just like this is the 120 Pro. The other one has a different shaped case. So you get the Pro, you get this nice, hello, let me get this in frame. Here, let me move. I have a new camera holder. It's much better. Okay, now you're all in frame. And you can see this is the Hobby Wing 120, and I like this speed control. I've never had an issue with one of them. They're small. They're lightweight. You know, it's everything you could expect in a speed control. Well, here's their 70 amp version, and it too is small, lightweight, and I'm looking at the shrink tube covering. I put some Velcro on here so I can Velcro it onto something, and I'm wondering about the electronics. Have they been conformal coated? And I look here at the very edges. If you can see here, the very edges of these wires appear to have a coating. So I'm thinking, and I see the same thing on all the wires on this side as well. So I'm thinking something masked the wires off and they dipped it in something. Conformal coating of sorts. So, they're waterproof. I mean, it's a Sea King, for crying out loud. It better be waterproof. So, this, I haven't priced it. You can search for it on eBay. There'll be about 25 or 30 vendors that have one. Do a search for the lowest price, and I mean, the prices will range from, $69.95 up to $99.95. So look for the lowest guy. There you go. That's my advice on that. So I was just here playing with motors t'other day, and I have these two 1112 motors. One is a 1.5 Delta, which is like, I think it's 4,300 RPM per volt. Yeah, I think it's 43 or around there. And then this one is a 1Y, which puts it at about 3,200 RPM per volt. So this would make a killer 2S motor, but it would be an amp hog, hence the bigger speed control on it. This you could prop efficiently, and you could run it off of 70 amps really easily. Still waiting for the servo to show up. I have a whole bunch of things I'm going to do today, and I will fill you in on those later. Until then, jet out. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Santee Lakes number 2. I don't know if anything's in the screen. I have 2 sets of batteries for this, so I'll run one out and we shall just see. I have right, left, and throttle. This is the H&M Mozilla 400. It's running on a Neutron 707 2Y, I believe. So here we go. Let's see if the self-riding works. It does. This has a little Octura X427 that's been reduced to about 25 millimeters. And this is running on 2S. This would be a good contender for the 2S challenge, because it can make a pretty tight turn around that buoy at that end. Remember, 1:16 is the time to beat. And I think we're right on the performance edge of this haul. Any more power and it would be overpowered. So I think the little Neu motor, and it's a little tiny motor, is just about right for this thing. I think the KV is right around 3,000, 3,500, something like that. I'll have to double check my numbers. Let's bring it by here and see if I got crud on the running gear. No, everything looks clear. Can you see it? I think I might have a little bit too much right rudder on there. What do you guys think? Uh-oh, I may have tweaked my rudder on that flip. Yep, I tweaked it. Now it seems okay. Must have had some crud on it. Let's call it good, and we'll check temps, because there really is no formula on what I've got in here. Let me jet out. I'll bring you back at the pits. Okay, boys and girls, I don't know what you can see in here and what you can't see, but the motor's wedged under this piece of foam, and it's 101 degrees. The battery is 98. The speed control is 98. Everything's good. I'm going to call this boat a success with this battery, which is a 1.3 amp hour light or airsoft battery, and I may upgrade this speed control. This is what the hell is this? I don't even know what this is, but I may upgrade this with that little 70 amp Sea King. I believe it's smaller, and the cooling hoses may be in a better arrangement. So this may very well get an upgrade. I'm going to run it again later on today. Until then, jet out. Okay, boys and girls, here we go. Last time this thing was light on the sponsons. Let's see how it reacts today. Still really light on the sponsons. That's about quarter throttle and you see it bouncing. I put a smaller prop on it. And this prop doesn't work nearly as well as the last one. This is a 3519. Handling seems a little bit better. It's still I think it's a little light on the front end. I got my CG kind of back and I really can't move it forward very easily. I did some playing with the strut angle and it's better than it was before. And again, this is a 2S boat, remember? So for 2S, that's not too awfully bad. It could be better. Let's check temperatures. Jet out. Okay, boys and girls, here we go. One more time with the Mozilla. Let's put it in upside down. That didn't last long. Oh, there's quite the spray coming out that little tube on top. Check it out. This would do your 2S challenge. Look at that. It doesn't like a left turn. You know, it's hard to get these little boats running right, but that's pretty damn close to right. It's a little bit flat. lighty, but you know, that's cool. The water coolant's working really good. This has a really strange water pickup. It's on the bottom of the strut, but it seems to be pumping enough water. I modified it a little bit, you know, cleaned up the opening and such. But it seems like it's peeing a whole bunch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put one of those Sea King speed controls in this. Get rid of whatever cheapy this is. Save some weight and some room. So this is with a 25.4 millimeter prop. Seems to be slowing down. Let's bring it in. Okay, jet out.